Hi, welcome or welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time seeing my hands, hi, I'm Erin of Planning Life with Erin, and I am so excited you stopped by to check out this video. Thank you so much for being here. And if you're returning, hey, how have you been? Okay, guys, so we are like barreling fast into October. It's coming in hot. I can't believe it. Like, I say this every year, I feel like, wow, we're in October. I think once school starts, things just start to go really, really fast. Because the schedule starts to fill up and all these things are happening and all that. So it just seems like it goes faster. And then you throw in like all the holidays and the seasonal things and it's like warp speed. But guys, my calendar is already crazy and I know that I'm missing a couple of things actually now that I'm sitting here looking at it. I'm pretty certain I have a dentist appointment on October 24th. I do want to check on that, but we're going to be planning out our month of October. I don't know if you guys can see, but like our book is it's a little chunky. So I'm probably going to try to turn her in on herself and see, if we can make it a little bit more level. So let's see. Little tip that somebody had given me a while ago and it comes in very handy. So it's a little bit better. We're a little flatter. Okay, so we're going to be using the TheCoffeeMonsterzCo. This is her October kit. I love it. It's like all about like camping and hiking and all that stuff. So I am really loving that. And then I think I'm going to pull in, I think this is Into the Woods, Out of the Woods. I can't remember. I'm terrible with names, guys. Oh my goodness. But I think I'm going to add this in too because it goes in very nicely. Not typical like, October, spooky Halloween, but I did plan my weekly using spooky vibes from RongRong. So if you want to check that video out, that video is one below this one. A little off on my schedule this week just because life and I have a lot of content. So when there's a lot of content coming out, I try very hard to stay with like Hobonichi Cousin on Monday and Hobonichi Weeks on Wednesday and all that stuff. Sometimes it gets a little shuffled around, but there's a video on Monday, a video on Wednesday, no matter what. If you are interested or into stationery, Hobonichis, pens, paper, inks, notebooks, journaling, TheCoffeeMonsterzCo, all sorts of stickers, unboxings, all that kind of thing, this is definitely the channel for you. Hit subscribe and then hit that bell notification so you're always notified when we come out with something new. And I'm really excited. I've been going through everything that I purchased and I know I'm done for the most part. There will be some odds and ends, but I was going through my planners and journals and things that I have selected for 2026. And I'm really, really excited to be bringing you my 2026 lineup. I'm really hoping that maybe it'll be this week, but it might be next week. So definitely make sure you have that bell notification turned on. So this way you are notified and you do not miss out on anything. All right, guys. I got to check on this appointment. So I'm going to see if I can access my calendar from my iPad. I am not very good with technology, but I think that all the appointments transfer into my calendar here in front of me. And it seems like it is. So let's see. I think I need to change the calendar though, because let's see, we've got Erin, the Heinzel family. Let's do that one. Okay. We don't need that. I don't need that. We do need that one. And I do have a dentist appointment on the 24th. Okay. So we have a doctor's appointment on the 24th and I have a doctor's appointment on the 28th. And then there's Halloween. I'm so excited that Halloween is on a Friday this year. So like we don't stay out late. We're not partiers or anything like that. I mean, we used to be. We're not anymore. But it's really nice to have the day off. And it's not even just like school the next day because my kids on a good night go to bed by 9:30, 10 o'clock. Halloween, it just kind of like adds a little bit. So it's maybe like 10:30. The next day is a little bit slower than normal, but not crazy. My kids don't go into like some crazy candy like coma or anything, but I really like that we don't have to rush. Like I feel like next year would be better. I really enjoy just being able to take our time with our Halloween costumes and do all that stuff. So I don't know, I think I'm looking forward to it being on a Friday, so that's good this year. What else is going on? We've got choir. I don't know if I said it. I think I might have in my other videos, but Spencer auditioned for choir and she got in. So it's very exciting. We're super happy and proud of her and all that good stuff. But choir is, it's on Thursdays from 6:30 to 8 p.m. I'm like, you know what? That's okay. I think we could do that. Should be all right. It'd be like if she was taking dance or something. We do have a Providence Bruins game that she's going to be singing the national anthem. It's the opening game, so she's going to be singing that. So I've got to make sure I purchase tickets for that since it's like next Sunday. What else is going on? My goodness. Clubs are starting. They're starting, I believe, tomorrow. So far, I already know what Weston's doing for his clubs, kind of, sort of. He changed his mind, but it'll still be like the same day. And I'm like, does anybody know when the clubs are for like what Spencer wants to take? So that's their mission today, to find that out for mommy because I got to put it on the calendar and I'm still trying to figure out, like, we've got karate on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I think I'm going to mark that in just because it's newish, the day and the time. And then like on this Thursday, I'm going to end up having to take Weston to karate, but she also has practice at 6:30. Joe has a dentist appointment. So things like this that get a little crazy. Like, you know, when you make your appointment like a year out and then all of a sudden like school happens or things happen. It's like, oh my gosh, that was not a good time for the dentist. But we'll figure it out. Okay. I'm so excited because I am going to be able to take that cascading photo that I've been wanting to take at the end of this year with all of my sidebars for the most part, like being pretty even. So I'm pretty excited about that. I was very good about ordering all of my calendars from the Coffee Monster Co. So I have to remember, as soon as they go on sale for 2026, I have to get them as well. And then I don't have to stress about it. And I already have it. It's like perfect, win-win. So I think whenever those get released, I'll probably go through, before then, I'll go through my holiday stickers from the Coffee Monster Co. because I know I still have some left over. And then I will probably put in an order for holiday stickers and my monthly calendars for next year. And then hopefully like my 2026 vinyls and things like that. And once I put that order in, so my setup videos, I think, I don't know yet. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. It depends on when she releases her 2026 vinyls. So what I'm thinking is I might just set up my journals and then add that after. We'll see, because I'm very excited to set up my planners and journals for 2026. And I don't want that to like be what holds me back, that I don't have just the 2026 vinyl. So stay tuned for that. And like I said, make sure you are subscribed to the channel and you hit that notification bell. So this way, when those videos come out, you don't miss out. All right, so let's see. I've got a few things that I have to remember for this month. And let's see, last month, we're going to go over that too, because I did accomplish some things, not all, and I try not to be super hard on myself because sometimes I just reach a little too far. But we did go to the water fire, so I can check that off. I'm pretty excited that we made that happen, considering it was this past Saturday. I had a migraine. I had woken up. Joe woke me up on the couch. I fell asleep. I was watching Gilmore Girls and I got a little too cozy and I fell asleep. I was just so tired from my week. And when he woke me up, I had a migraine. Like I could already feel it. And I'm pretty certain, yeah, I wanted him to, I can't open my pills. Like they're in these like weird like packaging. And it's really hard to open when you feel great and you're wide awake. So usually Joe opens them for me when I'm like, if it's during the night or if I was half asleep and I can't get them open. It's really hard, especially when I have a migraine and I can't see very well. So I got into bed and he was probably like making sure all the lights were off and like setting like a coffee pot timer or whatever. and I figured I would have him open it for me when he came into the bedroom, except I fell asleep before that happened. So I woke up on Saturday morning with a mega migraine. I was like, oh, this is great. You know, it's like a pro and a con. You know, I get not happy, but it's better when it's a Saturday or a Sunday, because then Joe's home and I don't have to worry about like taking the kids anywhere and like getting them ready for school and then driving and stuff like that. But you know, it's a day off. Like it's like a family day. So I don't know. They're never a good thing. But I guess if I had to pick, it's much better when I have one on a day that we don't have to go anywhere or Joe's around to help, or like if we had something to do, he could take the kids if I couldn't, you know, that kind of thing. But we were supposed to go see water fires that night. So I was like, all right, well, it was early enough. I woke up, I took my pill, and I actually went back to sleep for a little bit, which was good because that's another part of the equation. Like when I am not feeling well and I have to take my medication, it's not always, you know what, I want to do it this way. It's not always, I don't always have an opportunity to sleep, and the medication it doesn't really bother me, but it makes me sleepy. If I don't sleep, it's fine. It's not like, you know, I'm gonna like I can't operate heavy machinery or anything like that. It's just like between the migraine and the medication, I get tired, and to be able to have like a little cat nap to like kind of sleep it off works. It's really good. So I ended up going back to sleep and sleeping for a little bit. But when I got up, I still wasn't feeling fantastic. Like we had breakfast. I was really, really hoping that I was just going to feel much better, and I didn't. So I ended up going back to sleep for a little while, and I did wake up feeling a little bit better. But still like not where I wanted to be for the rest of my day. So I did miss out on some things that I wanted to get done just because it's a Saturday and I always have tons and tons and tons of things to do, which is just like, so prepping up for the week, I hate it, but it's one of those things where I feel better. Like that I get everything done on the weekend. It's a lot to do sometimes, especially if we have other things going on. But then like midweek, I'm like, oh good, I don't have laundry to do, or, you know, I don't have to prep any meals out. So, but I didn't get a chance to do anything on Saturday because of the migraine. And I was really just focusing on feeling better because I wanted to go to water fires. So I ended up kind of like pushing myself, I guess, in a sense, like where I was like really still not feeling well. But I was like, you know what? It'll be fine. So we ended up going to the Providence Place Mall. Spencer has been wanting to go to Hot Topic. She really likes the t-shirts in there. They have a lot of like the cool, like she likes murder drones. Like I guess it's a cartoon that's on YouTube. And she really likes a couple other like anime, just different things. So my mom and dad bought Weston a guitar, and then they asked Spencer what she wanted, and she wanted some money for clothes. So we're gonna go out shopping, my mom and I and Spencer. But my mom, she really didn't want to go to the Providence Place Mall. So we ended up going there first since we were gonna park there anyways. And she got to go shopping in there, so she was pretty excited about that. And we had something to eat at the food court. I started to feel a lot better. Like once I was out and I was moving around, I was feeling a bit better. So that was good. And we made it to the water fires. And like Weston was like, this is so beautiful. And well, like then his stomach started bothering him, probably because he ate too much. But his stomach was bothering him. He started like coughing. He was like choking on his spit. He started coughing. So then he was like wanting to leave because he just wasn't feeling good. And we get in the car and he's like, that was so magical. He's like, but I will admit, I did get bored fast. And it's so funny because like, that's what I mean by like, Weston's he's pretty honest when it comes to certain things. So he was, you know, oh, I need another pencil for here. I'm gonna see if I have one. I probably don't because I love the pencil. So yeah, so he was pretty honest about that. And he was like, yeah, he was like, it was great, but it got boring. Which I get that, like, because if I'm gonna be, you know, honest, it was kind of boring. It wasn't like we wanted to go for a walk a little further because I think they had like parts of the road closed off where they were doing like almost like a little festival with like food trucks, or not that any of us wanted to eat because we ate too much, but they had like little like vendors and stuff. Oh, I do have pencils, but we did not make it there. And that's okay. I'm glad that we went. We were there for about an hour or so, and we had a nice night at the like at the mall and doing all that stuff. So it was nice. We had a very nice night, and I'm very excited to be able to cross it off of my to-do list. It's been like my mission to have like a little like what are we doing kind of list like I'm going to do it here too. So what's left from my summer stuff, because I do get a little over ambitious, we did water fires. There was something else. What was it? Oh, the RISD Art Museum. So we did that, water fires, and then we're going to try to do paint because I wanted to, after like we got past summer, I was like, ooh, it'd be cool to do it in October because then we can do something like for Halloween. So I thought that would be cool. So I think we're going to try to do that this month. Hopefully we can, money permits, because it's not super expensive, but it's not really cheap either. So we got to see where our funds are for that. But I'm thinking this would be a good weekend. We might double up our weekend because Joe and I want to take the kids to a haunted hayride. So maybe like one of these Fridays, like the 17th or the 18th, and then we can do a paint day. It's just too quick or too soon to do it this weekend, but you never know. I'll take a look and see like what the prices are and stuff. I do have a doctor's appointment on the 28th. I don't want to forget that because it wasn't here. That is my recheck for my blood pressure. It's been better. It hasn't been super high like it was, which was probably because of like anxiety and nerves and things like that. Just because I had almost gotten into a car accident before I went. And then also just everything in the news and life. Like I don't handle stress very well. Hence the stretching and meditation in the morning that I don't always get to. And honestly, I do feel a bit of a difference when I'm not taking, it's just 5 minutes. Like just start your day like that. That's what I keep trying to tell myself. But I have noticed a big difference. And also if I don't journal for a little while in the morning. So it kind of like helps reset my nervous system, even though I just woke up, which is crazy, but that's just how I roll, I guess. But it's been a little lower. So that's been good. But, it's not where I want it to be. So definitely still have to go for the recheck. She wants to give me 6 months or 3 months, 3 to 6 months to see if I can get it down naturally following like a DASH diet, like, you know, low sodium, fruits and vegetables, whole grains, which I do for the most part. I don't really eat too many processed foods, although I do have like a couple of pieces of like deli ham. It's very thin, like you could see through it, and like a whole grain, like low or no carbs wrap kind of thing. And I do eat that most days because it's easy and it's convenient. But I'm trying to find some make ahead meals that are better for that, and just move my body. I've been doing it twice a week. I will say I didn't work out last week. I wanted to work out today, but I think that's what was like kind of weighing me down. I just didn't feel like it, and then I get hard on myself, and then all of a sudden I can't do things. So we've moved past that portion of my day. Now we're going to get my October in order. The first, which is tomorrow. Today is Tuesday the 30th. I am like not relaunching, but I am redoing my tiers. So if you are a current Patreon, I just want to kind of say this. If you're a current Patreon, nothing will change for you. One tier, I think actually is going to, I think it's just one, is going to actually gain an extra Zoom at no extra price or anything like that. You're my diehards, you guys have been around, so I'm certainly not going to change the pricing there or anything like that. But I'm very excited to be offering a second Zoom for my Patreons for like in a month. So one will be a Plan With Me Zoom, and then one will be like just a hangout, because that's what we like to do. We like to just chill and hang out. Like we've been doing that on Fridays, and it's been so much fun. And I think at the end of the week, we all need it. So that's been fun. So I have that relaunched tomorrow. And then, because I didn't realize, so now I've got to figure out how to do it. Hopefully I can get it done like maybe tonight, like at midnight. Although I probably won't be up that late. But maybe tonight before I go to bed, I can like change it and put everything up. Because I have everything drafted. But I have to, like, you can't save it as a draft on Patreon. So I actually have to like go in and change it. So I might do that later tonight. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. But you guys will be seeing this today, so it should be up and running. If you want to check out my Patreon, everything is linked down below, just so you can check it out. We're having a blast. I like doing a lot of, we've been doing polls. We have one Zoom, but going into October, so from here forward, we're going to have 2 Zooms a month. I have a letters and latte pen pal tier where I send you some letter mail, and there is no pressure to write back, but if you do, that's great. But I like to send out some letter mail and some flat mail, like happy goodies, some stickers, washi, things like that. There are only 10 spots available. Well, there's 10 spots total. I think there's only 5 right now, or 6 that are available. So if there's something you're interested in, definitely check that out below. I'm having a blast. I love this little community that we're building and a little cozy corner of the internet. It's been a lot of fun. And yeah, okay. Joe will not be here on Sunday. I've got like a list. I mean, not a list. I like put all my flags in a line so I can try to kind of remember what's going on. All right, so the kids have their physical on Wednesday the 8th, 2:45 and 3 o'clock. So because, again, I didn't know, but Weston won't be able to do clubs, so I think they start tomorrow. I don't know. I asked him this morning. He had no idea. So good luck to me. Hopefully they are not starting. Well, I mean, like, hopefully they're starting tomorrow, and then this way he won't feel so bad. Although now all of a sudden he's like, oh, I think I want to do select band. I'm like, oh my goodness. Okay. I totally agree. And so does his resource teacher. I think he should. I mean, like, this is his last year in middle school, and it's something he's been wanting to do. And unfortunately, his 3D printing and chess are both on the same night. They used to be on different days. It's unfortunately, because Tuesdays is science club, which is something he also wants to do now. So he wouldn't have been able to do science club if one of them was on Tuesday still. But select band meets on Wednesday afternoon. So he's kind of rethinking things. And I think he should. I really think he should join select band. I think he'd be really good at it. And I think it would be good. Okay, so we have practice for, let me see, chorus. Oh shoot, I spelled it wrong. Chorus, practice. I don't know, so it's the chorus that's going to the Bruins game. They have practice on the 9th. I don't know what time, but I gotta look at the email, because in the email it also said choir practice will follow. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's gonna be a long day. Let's do Bruins game here. I'm so excited. I haven't been to a hockey game in forever, so that's gonna be fun. What else? I want to put in our choir practice, so I'm gonna just pull these for now. I do have a dentist appointment. I don't know if it said what time my dentist appointment is, though. I'm sure they'll let me know, but let's see if it says it. All right, that's September. We need October. 10 a.m. Okay, perfect. So we have the dentist, me, and that's at 10 a.m. And then on the 28th, I also have a doctor's appointment at 10 a.m. Perfect. Doesn't look too crazy once I take the sticky notes off, but all right, we've got that. And practice for Spencer. No school twice this month, which is totally fine. Okay, So let's put in a dot or a bullet for choir practice. And we'll add that in. I kind of want to use my green ink. Let's use green. Oop. I can't get this cap to stay on. There we go. All right, so we've got choir, 6:30 to 8 p.m. She's already had one practice and it worked out really good. But I told her, I was like, you know, you got to make sure your homework is done because you're not going to want to come home at 8 o'clock and take a shower. You know, it's going to be one of those things where it's like, you're just going to want to come in, take a shower, go to bed. You're not going to want to do homework. All right, so we've got karate also on Tuesday and... Oh, why did I do 2? Oh my goodness. Hi. It's okay. So karate is on Tuesday and Thursday at 5 p.m. Although I think, it's going to be tight on Thursdays. Just trying to figure out dinner. So I think we're going to do karate at 4. On Thursday. I think that makes the most amount of sense because then this way, when the boys get back, hopefully, if Joe takes them, we can have dinner. Like I can have it ready to go and we can eat, and then Spencer can go to choir practice. If not, if I take them, I need to make sure I have at least one make-ahead meal ready to go for Thursday, so I don't have to worry about that. But on Tuesdays, we can do the 5 p.m. because like I said, there's clubs that he wants to do on Tuesdays, and to like get out from a club and then come home and change, it's tough. It's hard on him. And then if there's like homework nights and stuff like that, so oops. So I think this schedule might work. I feel like this year, for whatever reason, the schedule, it's been really hard to wrap my hands around our schedule. I don't know if it's, I think, actually, I shouldn't say I don't know. I think it's because, honestly, because Spencer, like, getting into middle school and stuff like that. So, like, now there's another, my cat's distracted me. There's another, moving part to all this. Like she had like her after school stuff and clubs and things that she did in middle school, but they were like set days at set times where the clubs are kind of like all over the place. But I don't know. And it's just different. She's not doing dance this year. I think she might do voice lessons. We'll see. She really loves to sing, and I really want to encourage her. Like, she might not be like the next Taylor Swift, but I think it's fun, and I think that she should express herself through music. I think that's a good thing, and I think that her voice is her musical instrument. So I would like to, do what I can if that's something she wants to do. All right, well, let's do a couple paydays that I've got this month. Let's see, we've got one here, one here, and then one at the end of the month. My pay is very scattered through the month. Okay, birthdays. I don't think we have any birthdays this month. We have to put something down for Halloween. And then I do want to use, I like using this. I just put it just says plan for the next month. And I just kind of, I don't know, it's been something I've been doing every month at the end of the month. Oh, you know what? I'm going to cut this one back. What is that noise? Willow, what is it? Is that a bird? It sounds like a bird. She's too busy playing with the tissue paper. I took one of my boxes that I had some packaging in it with like tissue paper, and I put it down to see if like the cats would like this, which cat would decide to claim it as their own bed. And Willow's toying around in it right now. Okay, so we can do that there. And then here I want to add in October reads. So let's see. And I do need to update this. So I bailed out on This Is Us. I know. I don't really like to bail out on books necessarily, but I just wasn't into it, I guess. So what I did read though in the month of September was The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. It was really good. Pumpkin. It's about a book that has been on my list for a while. And I finally got the audiobook last month and I read it. Or I listened to it, whatever you want to call it. I still think it's like reading, because like when I'm listening to audiobooks, I can like see them so vividly in my head. It's great. And I really, really enjoy it. But I'm pulling it up so I can see you guys, because my memory is like, it's in the toilet. What did I get? It's called We Used to Live Here. That is one that I'm going to start hopefully today. I'm hoping to get to it this afternoon. And then there's another one called Play Nice. So We Used to Live Here is by Marcus Kilware. Not Killer. I don't think that's Killier. I don't know. Anyways, I saw it in the bookstore actually last time I went, and I was like, ooh, that sounds really good. So I got that one. And then this one also by Rachel Harrison, Play Nice. I've been seeing this all over the internet. Looks really good. So I decided to get that one as well. And I will be reading that one hopefully in the month of October. I was going to go out and start listening to The Exorcist or something really scary, like a book that I've read or a movie that I've seen. But I don't know. We're going to start slow. We'll see how these go first. I do love horror. That was my number one favorite genre when I was growing up. I was very much into like R.L. Stine. There was another one, Christopher Ellis. I don't know. I can't remember. But I liked their books too. And then as I got older, I started reading Anne Rice and loved her books, read all those. So I always thought that I just like really liked horror books. But then I started reading James Patterson when I was a younger adult, and really liked his books. And then I went like this really long gap without reading. And then my first book, after not reading for a while, after I had Weston, was 50 Shades of Grey. So that was a different book than what I was used to reading. But I've actually discovered that I like rom-coms. Joe and I were just talking about it the other day, and I was like, I like rom-coms. I'm like, I don't know what my deal is, but like, I like, last year he was like, oh, how come you didn't watch any Hallmark Christmas movies? I'm like, oh, I did, but you weren't home. And also reading a lot of Christmas rom-coms. So I was basically listening to Hallmark movies, and they were really good. So I'm doing that again this year. I'm really glad I started listening to audiobooks. I know I follow, she's a page turner on Instagram. Love her content. But she had put up a post the other day saying, when do you find time to read? She likes to read. When do you find time to read? I will tell you this right now. Having a family and like running a house and all that good stuff, there really is not much time to read. I would try to read before bed and then fall asleep, like page in, snoring, So I started listening to audiobooks. I had asked you if it was still considered reading, and you said, yes, it's still considered reading. And I'm glad that somebody reassured me, that you guys reassured me with that, because I have listened to so many books, and I've read my physical books too. Sometimes it just takes longer, that's all. And that's okay. But I really enjoy listening to books, so I feel like, wow, I've been able to explore new genres and read, more so than I thought I was going to. I was actually just looking at my library list. I'm like, ooh, I think I can fit that one in too. Okay, so for our important things, we did open house. I have not called for Weston's. It's like he's got this little muscle that's pushing his front teeth apart, and we were talking about it. He's like, well, what if I like that space? What if I don't want it? And I'm like, I'm going to talk to him about it again. It's very simple. I actually want my mom to talk to him about it because my mom had it done years and years ago. So apparently that's where he gets it from, because she had the same thing. So I want him to talk with her about it, because she's like, it's really not a big deal. And I'm like, okay, like it wasn't like, painful, too painful that she remembers anyways. And then deck rails we did not get a chance to do, but we're planning on hopefully getting it done before the end of October. At least one section anyways. So we will add that too. Let me put this back over here so I don't use that pen by accident. So we've got important. I do need to remember. Maybe I needed more for this month, but I do, before I forget, because you guys know, once I start talking, I will forget. I need to, Spencer needs a shirt for chorus. So Spencer, chorus shirt. It's $12. I'm going to try to get it to her so she can bring it in for Friday. Let's see. Deck rails. And we need our flu and COVID vaccines. Separate days. I'm not getting those two together. No, thank you. I actually think I might try to get my COVID vaccine in the next week or two. And then the kids. So I was offered my flu shot when I went to my doctor. I said no, because if I get it done, I will forget that my whole family needs to get it done. So I was like, no, let's pause on that. We usually get it done in October anyways. They do like a vaccine clinic nearby, and we'll go do that. But I think I'm going to get the kids either their COVID or their flu here. Or maybe we'll just all go together. I don't know. Just one more thing on my to-do list. I'm like, so many things. Okay. What did I label this? So we did September family fun, summer fun. This is like a new thing. Summer fun. Ooh, we did so many of these things. I'm so excited. Okay. Let's just do October fun. How about spooky fun? I kind of like that. Spooky fun. And then October books. I like this new little thing that I got going on over here. Okay. What do we need? Spooky fun. So, haunted hayride, for sure. I have been saving. So last year we wanted to take them. We took them to a hayride right around the corner from us, actually, with a corn maze. And we were so proud of ourselves. The Heinzels were like high-fiving. Usually when we go to a corn maze, we bail out. We're like, we all get aggravated. We can't find our way out. We can't find the clues. But this particular one, we finished. We were so proud of ourselves. And then Joe and I had started talking, and we're like, ooh, we should take the kids to a haunted hayride. I mean, like, they watch scarier things on, like playing a game that's scarier on Roblox. But, we explained to them it's not, like, scary. Like, it's jump scare. Like, that they're in, like, old masks. And, like, it's not a werewolf. But, like, it scares you. So we had talked about it, and they were like, yeah. But that was so expensive. Like, well, me and Joe used to go, it was like $10 a person, like $20 a person. So I'm like, oh, that's a lot. So I had said last October, it was towards the end of October anyways, too. I had told the kids, and I said to Joe, I said, I'm going to save money. I'm going to have a sinking fund envelope. And I didn't have like a set amount that I was putting in there. It was like if I had a couple of ones here or $10 here or whatever, I would just put it in there. So we're at like $110 now. So I'm like, ooh, and it'd be nice if I can, in the next couple of weeks, put a little bit more money in there. We can like go to dinner, that kind of thing. And then I want to do family paint. Family paint. That should be fun. And then a corn maze, like our traditional corn maze, and pumpkin picking. And then we carve like our jack-o'-lanterns and stuff very close to Halloween because I don't need the squirrels eating them. All right, and I think for my 2 books, let's see, I can't remember what they were called now. This is my brain, guys. And I don't even know. I think it's like 50% perimenopause and then 50% that I just have a lot of tabs open and I have a really hard time remembering things. Okay, we used to live here. And plus, they kind of remind me, I don't know, like these two books, like the covers have houses on the cover. So, I don't know, they're kind of similar. We used to live here? Yes. We used to live here and play nice. So we shall see. If you have read either of these books and you have an opinion, let me know. I always like to hear. All right, my goals for this month. Okay, my goals. Now, I'm going to get a little specific, I guess, here, but I want to, let's see. I'm just going to put in DASH diet. I don't really like to diet, but DASH diet, lower blood pressure. Move body 4 times a week. Because I've been doing it 2 times a week, skipping some weeks and things like that. But I want to do other things too. I might get a walking pad. I'm petrified, but I might get a walking pad. I've been like kind of thinking about possibly getting like an L-shaped desk for my area, so I have a little bit more desk space and I can kind of like stretch out a little bit. But I don't know. I'm kind of like, I want to, but I don't want to. It's like this is also my living area, so I try to kind of keep it very cohesive, but I don't know. And if I do that, I need to like take care of the things on the wall so I can actually raise the desk up freely, and then maybe a walking pad, because once it gets cold, I'm not going to be walking outside at all. So let's see what else. And I want to listen to 2 audiobooks. Okay. I like those goals for this month. Now, I need to do a market list and try to figure out what kind of like crock pot meals I can make that are heart healthy, you know, I guess like budget friendly and all that good stuff, and then make a market list. I already have things like carrots, and I like hummus and things like that for carrots, hummus, berries are really good. So, like, I have like snacking stuff. I just need like make ahead lunches and some dinners, and like we're getting into cozy season, so kind of need like ideas. All right, I'm like looking at these stickers, so I'm getting distracted. What else do I want to put? We said there's no birthdays in October. All of our birthdays are in November. Like, this whole thing is just going to be filled with birthdays. And apparently I need to get Christmas tree lights in the color white. So that's good that I put that little reminder there. Do I have anything else going on? Do I have any packages coming in? Ooh. I think I have a package from Happy Planner coming in today, but today's the 30th, so it doesn't count. What else? I don't think we're going anywhere. I think we're good, guys, and I'm probably gonna use these somewhere. I don't know. I'll save them, so if I need them for something else, if I forgot something, but I don't think I did. I think I got everything. I feel much calmer. I think sometimes when I have my flags all over my calendar, I'm like, OMG, like what happened? And then once I kind of like lay it all out like this, it gets much better. And then like I can kind of like get like my thoughts out for the month and the different things that I want to do. I think what I want, I'm speaking of page flags, but I think I'm going to put this down here for our family paint. Just to kind of like air mark it. And then I think this is going to be a busy weekend. So I think this would be good. I'm just trying to like not do a haunted hayride right before Halloween because they're, you know, super crowded and all that stuff. Okay, haunted hayride, family paint, and then I think maybe we could probably do pumpkin picking and stuff like this weekend. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. I want to get some mums tomorrow when I go shopping with my mom. My summer flowers, they were super needy. They're still alive. Apparently they don't like hot weather because I haven't watered them It rained last Thursday. That was the last time they had some water, and they're doing fantastic. And I'm like, guys, I need to get some mums. And then I feel terrible throwing away flowers that are alive. Like, bothers me, but I don't know where to put them. So I don't know, but I was gonna get some mums, and I have a table, and I set it up on my deck because I'm back there more often, and also it's full sun, and I realized that my mom's, anyways, my mom says that she puts hers out on her front steps where they have full sun and they die. And they do better and on her back porch, which is all shade. But I'm like, I have the opposite problem. I have like shade in the front, full sun in the back, and they do much better in the full sun. So I don't know. I'm like, did you water them? So I'm hoping to get some mums tomorrow and fallify my back porch. And then this weekend, we're going to decorate for Halloween. So that's going to be fun. I'm very excited to be going into October, even though I feel like it came super, super fast. Next thing you know, we're going to be sitting here planning out December. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. I really like how this came out. I'm just like kind of taking it in for a second. I'm like, did I forget anything? I'm thinking I might put, you know what? I think I'm going to put, we're going to color coordinate the kids this month. So I think what I want to do is I want to just put in that we have, oh, I did it again. That's okay. That we have clubs. That's what we'll use that for. The extra dot for Wes. So I'm not going to specifically, I know that it's science club. That much I know. So maybe I just kind of want it to be in here so I know when I'm doing my weekly planning. Science club. Oops. I've got Prue meowing in the distance, and apparently it made me forget how to spell club. Science club. Well, friends in the club. Sorry. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. All right, and then I'm just going to put Wes club because I don't know what he's doing. I thought I knew. He was going to alternate chess in 3D printing. So he started making like a little village in 3D printing last year. But his resource teacher, who I most of the time agree with, and I don't necessarily disagree at this point because I know it can be hard for him switching back and forth. But his plan was, so he didn't miss out on 3D printing or chess club, was that he was going to alternate them. And she didn't think that was a good idea. So then he decided to choose 3D printing and just say goodbye to chess club. And I feel like for Weston, any socialization is really good for him. So I don't care what it is that he's doing. I really love that he's involved in the school and does his clubs and things like that. So then the teacher was talking about select bands, which is also on Wednesday. So I think he might do away with chess for sure, but 3D printing, he's like, well, how am I going to make my village? And I'm like, I don't know. So now he's like, can I get a 3D printer maybe for Christmas? I don't know. I was like, listen, buddy, I love you, but your gifts are they're very expensive. Like, he wants a Switch. I don't mind getting a Switch. He had one, it broke. He doesn't play it as much because it broke, but he does enjoy it and he does play the crap out of it. So I'm thinking about it. Don't tell him, but we're thinking about it. And then it's like very difficult to figure out what to get Spencer because she doesn't really like anything that's like electronics that's expensive, thankfully. But I don't know what to get her. So we might do like clothes or Hot Topic things. Like she likes certain things. So I don't know. But anyways, he's asking me for a 3D printer. I'm like, please stop. Don't ask me these things. Okay, so I think this is pretty good for now. Hopefully today when my children's come home, they'll be able to tell me what clubs, like what days and clubs Spencer wants to be in. Thursdays are not the day. So hopefully she has a club on Tuesday or Wednesday. That'd be ideal. But I have a feeling that I'm going to have to drive to school and pick up one, come home, wait, drive back to the school, pick up the other one. So hopefully we can work something out. And the clubs are on these 2 days. That would be ideal. Okay, sorry. That was like really, really long for me to go and just highlight clubs and things. But if you know, if you've been around, I like to talk. So if you like long videos, chatty videos, this is definitely the channel for you. Like I said at the beginning of the video, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so you don't miss out on anything. It's like a soap opera around here. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so that's going to do it for me today. If you've made it this far into the video, I thank you so very much for being here. I know that we do have these nice long chatty videos, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I know that we're all busy, so hanging out to the end, I appreciate you. Thank you so very much for taking that time out of your day to come and hang out with me and chat and plan. Very much appreciated. And until I see you again, have a beautiful week and keep planning. Bye.